Hello kids, this is the continuation video of Standard 8 Physics, second chapter, Physical Quantities and Measurement. Now we will discuss the exercises and question answers. First we'll move on to number A, that is tick the appropriate answer. First one, an irregular solid which when completely immersed in water displaces 10 milliliter of water. So what will be the volume of the solid? That will be 10 milliliter. Number 2, which of the following is the SI unit of relative density? It has no unit. Number 3, relative density is also known as specific gravity. A device used to measure the relative density of a liquid is known as hydrometer. Which of the following substance has greater density? That will be aluminium. Out of the following, aluminium, water, oxygen and air. The next one is which of the following liquid will float on water? That is gasoline, because that its density is less than that of water. The next is the marking on the hull of the ship, that is Plimsoll line. Next one, for question number 8, for a given rise in temperature, the increase in density is maximum in case of none of these, because in solids there is no significant change in density, and liquids and gases it decreases. When a substance is heated, its density decreases because it expands and volume increases. In convection currents, number 10, hot air moves upwards. Number 11, which of the following natural phenomena takes place due to convection currents? All of the following, that is up land bridge, sea bridge, west lies. Next we'll move on to fill in the blanks. The first one is the density of a substance is the ratio between mass to volume. The next one is a Eureka can is a container with a spout below its top. A relative density bottle, a small glass bottle with a stopper having a fine capillary tube. An iron ball will sink in water. Number 5, both liquids and gases are together known as fluids. Number 6, icebergs floats in sea water. Number 7, lactometer is an instrument used to test the purity of milk. Number 8, the relative density of a substance is the ratio of the density of a to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Number 9, when a substance is heated, its volume increases. Write true and false for the following sentences. First one is false. It will be, the correct will be, the density of solid is more than that of gases. Second one is true. Third one is false again. We need to know the mass and volume, or you can write we need to know the density of the substance to determine the relative density. Number 4, that is true again. Number 5, the density of a substance is the ratio of its density to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. That is false. It will be the relative density. Next one, question number 6, that is true again. Number 7 is false again. A body of density 3.5 gram per centimeter cube will sink in water because it is more than the density of the liquid. Number 8 is false. In place of horizontal position, we have to write in vertical position. Number 9 will be true again. Number 10 again true. Now match the following. For mass, it is a physical balance. For volume, Eureka can. For sea bridge, convection currents. For 4, number, density of milk can be measured by lactometer. The 5th one, relative density can be measured by using relative density bottle. Move on to short answers. We can determine the volume of a liquid with a meniscus that curve upwards by reading the top of the meniscus, that we had discussed while discussing the chapter. If the meniscus curve is upwards, we read the top. If down, we will move the down one. Now The second one, write down the order of the density decreases. First solid has the maximum density, then liquid, then gases. We have to explain about hydrometer. A hydrometer is an instrument used to measure the relative density of liquids. It is made up of glass and consists of a cylindrical stem and a bulb weighted with mercury or lead salts to make it float upright. The liquid to be tested is poured into the tall jar and the hydrometer is gently lowered into the liquid until it floats freely. It usually contains a paper scale inside the stem that is used to read the relative density directly. Next one is number 4. Define the relative density. The ratio of the density of a substance to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. It has no unit because it is the ratio between two same physical quantities. To prevent the sinking of a ship in water, the weight of the cargo has to be limited. Due to this reason, all the ships have marking Plimsoll lines on their hull to indicate the level to which they can be submerged safely in a particular sea or rivers. Factors which will decide that the object will float or sink are: if the density of the solid is less than density of liquid, it will float. If the density of solid is greater than the density of liquid, it will sink. Now in the 7th one, explain how the density of a substance varies with the change in temperature. In solid there is no significant change in density with the change in temperature. In liquids and gases, when being heated, density decreases and density increases when cooled.